So good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining us on this training. Once again, my name is Itunoluwa Onifade, and I'm one of the facilitators for this training. Thank you so much for joining us. Okay, right away, I'm going to share my screen for people to see. I put in the comment section where you are joining us from. Kindly put in the comment section where you are joining us from. We'd like to know where you are joining us from. Kindly put it in the comment section. Hello, can you hear me? Kindly put in the comment section where you are joining us from. Lagos. Omolola said Lagos. Thank you so much. Thank you for joining us on this training. Lagos, oh good. BL, thank you so much for joining us. Thank you. Hello, Mr. Gideon, kindly mute yourself. We are hearing some background noise from your side. Okay, so good. So we are starting. So you're welcome once again to this training, how to get your loved one into addiction treatment. How to get your loved one into addiction treatment. This training is born out of our burden to provide solutions to how people can actually get involved and get their loved one, get committed to treatment plan. We have seen from our little experience here at A&D how people, lament that a lot of their loved ones are in denial stage and they don't want to come for treatment. Sometimes we might use crisis managers, but we are looking at how people can use different approach to help their loved one get committed to treatment plan. Okay, so that is what this training is all about. Okay, so good. So about A&D Referral Services. A&D Referral Services Center is a faith-based organization that is focused on helping people struggling with substance and alcohol addiction using evidence-based practices. A&D is a pioneer case management organization in the field of substance use addiction in Nigeria. Case management is the coordination of professionals, social and medical services to assist people with complex needs, often for long-term care and protection. So as case managers, we are also trained in the addiction field UTC Colombo course, which gives us credibility to hold other professionals accountable for their services. So basically what we do as case managers is to hold other professionals accountable for their services. There are a lot of professionals involved in the treatment of addiction cases. So our priority, our goal is to hold them to accountable for their services such that the client will get the best for their treatment. Sometimes services tend to scatter like pieces. You don't know where to turn to. However, we help to put these pieces together for clients, and our services include and not limited to confidential assessment. We do assessment for clients. We know what are the areas, what are the problems area for the clients. Then service planning, linkage and referral, monitoring and advocacy. We also sell resources on addiction. About the facilitators, my name is Itunu Onifade. Itunu Onifade is a developmental psychologist by profession. She has gone through special training with Colombo Plan Drug Adversary Program, the Universal Treatment Curriculum for Substance Use Disorder. She currently works at A&D Referral Services Center as the facility manager. Together with the professional team, she has assessed and managed more than 200 clients who are struggling with drug and alcohol addiction using faith-based interventions and evidence-based practices. She's committed and passionate about how people, parents, can help and connect with their troubled children, especially those who are struggling with addiction and other psychological issues. Now, another facilitator we will meet during this training is Mr. Gideon Ubona. Ubona Gideon is an addiction counselor with experience in teens and youth counseling. He has undergone treatment with Colombo Plan Drug Advisory Program as well, the Universal Treatment Curriculum for Substance Use Disorder, UTC. He's well developed in listening, observing, and assessment skills. He has good interpersonal skills and managerial skills, which he has displayed in managing both street children and substance use disorder clientele. He currently works with Echoes of Mercy and Hope Foundation and A&D Referral Services as co-manager. He's also committed to helping individuals who are struggling with alcohol and drug use. He has assessed and managed more than 200 clients. He's also an outreach coordinator. Okay, so before we dive into the training proper, I would like us to put in the comment section why you are here, particular, and for whom. You know, we know a lot of people can be here, maybe for your family, for your spouse, for your child, or for a friend. So put in the comment section why you are here. Let's do that in 5 minutes. Let's put in the comment section why you are here on this training. Kindly put in the comment section, in the chat room, why are you here? Okay, Omolola said to learn more about addiction. Thank you so much. Thank you. To learn more about addiction. We hope that at the end of this training, you garner more knowledge about addiction and how to get loved ones to treatment. So I'm only seeing Omolola's comments. Please put in the comment section why you are here. Why you are here. We'd like to know what your expectation is about, what your expectation is. Okay, so right away now, I'm going to dive into the training. Day one. So this training is divided into 4 modules so that we can have enough time to explain the processes that leads to people getting involved in addiction treatment. So for the first day, we are going to talk around the journey starts with you. So we are going to talk about how the journey starts with you, the person that is helping another person to get involved in treatment plan. So today, the topic is the journey starts with you. Now, how addiction impacts the family. Yes, honestly, we can tell you that addiction, having a loved one struggling with addiction problem in the family can be very frustrating. Yes, addiction can be frustrating to the family members. A lot, we have seen a lot in our center. And the family as a whole can be negatively impacted by phenomena such as stigmatization. The first thing I think most families, actually, especially in Nigeria, face is the stigma around addiction. When you have a loved one that is struggling with addiction problem, in fact, it could be very frustrating. And we understand this, honestly. We have seen a lot of clients when they come in with a lot of burden on their hearts. Why? Because they are frustrated, they are worried. Some people experience reckless behavior within the home. Yes, some clients, when they are under the influence of alcohol or drug use, they engage in reckless behavior, violent behavior. Some people steal money, some people steal valuables to support their behavior. Family member, experience embarrassing moments from their loved ones. Confrontation, defense, they always defend their addictive behavior rather than acknowledging the fact that they have a problem. Denial, fear and confusion. Some people, especially family, the loved ones, they don't even know what to do. They are afraid and confused of what to do when faced with addictive behavior from a loved one. Some people actually experience threats to kill, avoidance and neglect, lack of responsibility, loss of trust, increased stress. You can imagine if a spouse is addicted to one psychoactive substance or the other. The spouse is now left alone to cater for every other responsibilities in the family, taking care of the bills, taking care of the children, and the spouse is now turned to an enabler. Financial problems, wasteful spending, running away from home. We have had adolescents, children, adolescents, teenagers, youth that are involved in addictive behavior, in substance use addiction. They can run away from home, they escape from home, and they just, some people can stay on the street. Lack of empathy too. Manipulation. In fact, manipulation is directly linked to addiction and drug addiction. People struggling with addictive behavior, tell series of lies, and this can also have impacts on the children. Parental guilt. Oh my God, we have seen clients, we have seen parents cry over and over again, grieving over this addictive behavior from their children. And the list go on, and it's probably endless, depending on the unique characteristics of the individual. The list goes on and on. So, yes, we are not here to condemn anyone here, but we are just here to, empathize and also provide solutions to what is the best approach, what's best approach can be used to actually engage them, to commit them in a treatment plan. We understand. So now today is talking about how it's a journey and how it starts with you. Getting your loved one into treatment plan actually starts with you. It's a journey. We would like you to know that taking your loved ones for treatment is a journey, and the journey starts with you. Every step you take, every step you make takes you closer to or further away from your destination, depending on your approach. There are many different approaches that people have engaged in, and these approaches either take them closer to where they are going that is getting their loved ones actually committing themselves to treatment plan or taking them further away from the destination. Helping your loved ones who struggle with addiction to get treatment actually starts with you. Kindly note that the addicted person is not the only one that have a problem. You are as much a part of the problem as anyone else. The problem wasn't going to be resolved until you deal with your problem. Most of the times when clients come to our center, they say, we are here because of our son and he has a problem. No, we have a problem. We are here because we have a problem. Having that singular orientation will change your approach and will change the way you look at the situation. Because this individual struggling with addiction cannot be isolated from the problem, from the family. The journey starts with you. Now, a family is more than a group of individuals who share the same address and the same last name. It is an interconnected system of people, each of which affects all the others. Research has shown that the behavior of the addict is only one element of the dysfunctional pattern in the family and is connected to each and every member. Every family member has a role to play in the addictive behavior of a family member. Yes, so the person cannot be isolated or single out from the family and say, oh no, this person is the black sheep of our family. No, this person is just the odd one in our family. No. Understanding this concept, we actually change your orientation about how you approach addiction and how you seek help, how you seek solution for your loved one. So understanding the fact that you are also part of the problem will actually go a long way in helping you provide empathy for your loved one. Your loved one is not the only person is not the only person that has a problem, or is not the only problem in quotes. So understanding this concept that a family member is more than a group of people that just share the same address or the same last name, but everyone is connected to each other. And the behavior of that addiction is only just one element of the dysfunctional pattern in the family. You know, understanding this will help you become aware of your actions that are maintaining the addictive behaviors of your loved ones, or that are inhibiting you to actually, that is hindering you to provide the solutions your loved ones need. Now, it starts with you. We have had it said that for every action, there is an equal and opposite reaction. However, it is different with family, especially the ones that have issues with addiction, where we have interactive thinking. For any action, there are multiple causes at work. The reactions are very unpredictable. So there are many factors actually at work. There are many multiple causes at work when we are talking about addiction, or when we are talking about family systems generally. So stop trying to be logical. Stop nagging instead, but work on yourself and watch what happens. So the journey starts with the individual that is trying to help another one get involved in the treatment, because our approach matters in every case. Kindly note that your words and actions are big determining factor if you are going to achieve anything with your loved one. The way we speak, our mood, our body language, the way we talk, the way we think, the way we feel about the situation matters. They are big factors in helping your loved one get committed to a treatment plan. Yes, it matters. The way you talk to a person, yes, you can say you want to correct the person. For instance, now, take for instance, if a child does something that is very bad and I'm trying to correct, my approach in correcting actually matters if the child would take in the correction or reject it. And if the correction will actually be for a long term or will just be temporary. Yes, it matters. So the aim of today's training, the aim of today's module is to let us become aware of our approach, to let us become aware of the factors that can hinder or actually promote, that can enable the loved ones get committed to the treatment. Okay. Now, there are three key things to know about yourself, especially when it comes to your approach towards your loved one who are struggling with addiction. Three key things to know about yourself. The first one is your thoughts, your feelings, which could also mean your emotions and your behavior. Now, when a situation arises, and in this case, we are talking about addiction, we have thoughts about the addiction. Those thoughts trigger feelings, and based on those feelings, we engage in behavior, which in turn impacts the situation either positively or negatively. And it's like a cycle. The situation here that we are considering is the addictive behavior of our loved one. Now, it now depends on how you think about it in relation to the person in particular, in relation to yourself. The thinking will triggers your emotions, and your emotions will definitely lead to your behavior, the way you react to the situation and the way you handle the situation. So today we are bringing to bear the three key factors that can either hinder or enable success on this journey. Okay? And these three key things to note: your thoughts. This is internal summary or prediction about the situation. Your thinking will actually beget your reactions. What do you think about yourself in relation to the addiction? What do you think about your loved one? For example, if you think, oh no, this is going to be a disaster, yes, that will actually lead to the emotions you feel about the situation. Or if you think that, oh no, this is embarrassing, this is, oh my God, different kind of thinking, different kind of thoughts will be going on through in your mind. And this could actually lead to your emotions, your feelings. And now, a lot of feelings can be gotten from addiction, like from from family members. Take, for instance, anger. People get angry, embarrassed, stigmatized, rage, frustration, just like I mentioned the other time, worry, blame. Some parents, they blame themselves even for the behavior. As a parent, probably maybe you think you were not sensitive enough, or you didn't take note of it on time. That could lead to blame as a feeling, blaming yourself. That could lead to being embarrassed. Regrets. I wish, oh, sorry, I think, just give me some minutes. I need to plug in my system. Please give me some minutes. Okay, so sorry about that. I thought I was charging the system. Okay. So I was talking about your emotions. I was talking about your thoughts and your emotions. Your thoughts, the way you think about the situation in your family, will actually lead to your emotion, will trigger some sort of emotions in you. And emotion ranges from anger to bitterness to resentment to worry to just name it, different kind of emotions, and that can come in the way of helping your loved ones get addicted and get committed to a treatment plan. Please kindly let me know if you are hearing me and you can hear me. Hello, kindly let me know if you can hear me in the chat room. Kindly let me know if you can hear me in the chat room. Now, I will be more practical about how your emotions, how you're thinking, how the way you think can actually, in your thinking, your emotions, and your reactions. So, what is the link between your emotions and reactions? Now, anger, take for instance, you are angry about the move, which is normal. Your emotions are valid. Nobody can take that emotions away from you. Yes, your emotions are valid. Now, anger can result to a lot of things depending on how you use it. Kindly let you know that emotions are neither good nor bad, depending on how you depending on how you use your emotions. Your emotions are neither good nor bad, but the way you use the emotions in relation to the addiction matters. Now, your anger can be positive or negative. You can be angry enough and you get enough information I mean, you get necessary information about the addiction. Sorry, I need to mute, I didn't tell that thing to, I'm getting some bad background noise from. Okay, so your emotions are neither bad nor good, depending on how you use it. They are signals. They are sending you message on what to do about the situation. They are sending you message about how you are thinking about the situation. So your emotions are neither good nor bad, but it is good you become aware of these emotions. This will help you in approaching the situation rightly, and this will also help you in seeking help for your loved one. Now, embarrassment. If you feel embarrassed about the situation, can affect the way you speak to the individual. Some people come to our facility and say, oh no, this boy is a shame to our family. We have 5 children, and out of that 5 children, she's just the one that is bringing shame to our family. You know why? Because the person talking is talking from her emotion of embarrassment. Now, regrets. Sometimes some parents come say, oh no, after all I have spent on you, some people can say, no, I regret marrying you. That's how it's linked to your reactions. Blame or guilt. Blaming yourself that you didn't intervene on time, or you were not sensitive enough. Some parents blame themselves that, oh, I pamper him too much. Do you know that blame can lead to compensation and enabling? Yes, if you think you are the cause of the problem, that can lead to compensating them for many things, making unrealistic promises, incentive to compensate the guilt you are carrying. Some people, this blame and guilt has led them to enabling the addictive behavior of the person in particular. Stigma, what will people say? I can say, I can talk hours on this stigma. We've had some clients come into the facility, and one way or the other, sometimes we can invite them for family therapy, or just a session with the parents and all of that. And the parents of this particular child say, no, I can't come because I have my friends around this area. How will I bear it seeing me come to an addiction center? Just because of that particular reason, she couldn't come for the family therapy. Why? She's feeling stigmatized. So the goal of today's training, actually today's module, is to let us become aware, because the emotions you are not aware of, you will stay in denial of them. And not only people that are struggling from addiction actually go through denial stage, family members also go through denial stage when they fail to recognize, validate their emotions. Now, so these three key things, your thoughts, your feelings, and your reactions actually matters. And they tell if your approach would be successful or not in helping them get into addiction treatment. Sometimes when people call in for inquiry and all of that, we ask them, have you dialogued with this person? Oh, they will tell me, yes, they've dialogued. But how did you do that? How did you dialogue with this person? Was it out of your stigma, out of the shame you are carrying about the addiction? Yes, it is good. It is not wrong actually to have these emotions, but the way you use it, the way you communicate it, the way you project these emotions matters. So sometimes these emotions can lead to a lot of things. We have had clients, that say, oh, we are going to beat the hell out of him. We are going to do this. Why? Because they are frustrated and they are angry and they have not dealt with that emotions from their own side. So they transfer the aggression, they transfer the frustration, they transfer the stigma, the blame on the person going through addiction, struggling with addiction. So what do you really need to do about your emotions, about your thoughts, and about your feelings? As I said earlier on that, it's actually a cycle. Starting from the situation, you can start to break down the situation using the flow charts I shared on the other slide. Let me show you again. Now, situation leads to thoughts, your thinking pattern, your thoughts leads to feelings, and your feeling leads to behavior. And your behavior leads to another situation. Let me give an instance. Maybe you just discovered that a loved one is smoking marijuana, and according to your family value, smoking marijuana is actually a no-go area. What do you think? Immediately think about the situation. Oh my God, this child will bring shame to our family. It leads to anger, leads to embarrassment, and the embarrassment leads to you probably labeling the child. You are a drug addict, you are a black sheep, and your behavior, just like I said the other time, that for any action in the family, there are multiple causes of reactions. There are multiple reactions coming from any particular action. And your feelings of embarrassment, stigma, anger will lead you to actually reacting to the situation. Probably you reacted by beating up the child if he's a young chap. And beating up means that probably the child then run away from the house. You see now, you are dealing with another complex situation, escaping from the house. And then to lead to another thought, oh, my child has escaped from the house. And that is how the cycle goes on and goes on again. But at each particular stage, we can actually do something to interrupt the cycle by breaking down the situation. Let me go back to what to do. What do you need to do? Break down the situation using the flowchart. Analyze the situation. What do you think about it? How do you feel about it? Have you even analyzed the effects of the addictive behavior on yourself? Sometimes when clients come, we tell them, we try to calm the family members, try to calm them down, See, you need your peace first. You need to control what you can control. And what can you control? You can control the way you think about the situation. You can control the way you feel about the situation. And you can control your reactions about the situation. Those are the three things you need to think about that has to do with you, that you're trying to help the person get involved in treatment. By tomorrow, next tomorrow, we are going to be talking about how to actually engage them in dialogue, how to intervene, when to involve crisis managers. But we are talking about you first today. You need to check these processes. Name your feelings and validate them. Like I said the other time, sometimes we are in denial of our emotions. They are there, but we are not aware of them. It's called the emotions awareness, emotional awareness. You need to be aware of these emotions. This will help you to actually control your emotions, because emotions are, you are the only ones, you are the only one that can control your emotions. No other person can help you control the way you feel, you think, and you react to a situation. You may also need to sit down, maybe for some minutes, analyze your previous behavior and reactions towards the person struggling with addiction. Remember the last time you shouted at him. Did it worsen the case or help him reflect on himself? Yes, maybe under the influence of alcohol or drug, you may not be able to engage in a logical dialogue with them. What about when they are calmer? What about when they are sober? What have you done? How have you spoken to them? How have you reacted to them? Because these elements, these characteristics can stand in the way of helping them to get committed to addiction. So I would like to hear your comments, to hear your feedback about what I just said, and I would like to know. So now, I said that, okay, will it be that the way you have thought, felt, and reacted to your loved one in the past has hindered them from accepting the solutions you offered them? Yes, the approach matters. Kindly note that all these are maintaining factors. All these are maintaining factors. So be in control of what is in your control. You can't directly control the behavior of the addicted person, but you can control your thoughts, you can control your feelings, and you can control your behavior. You can control your reactions. Because these three key things actually can stand in the way of getting your loved ones to addiction treatment. Okay, so let me hear in the chat room. We have questions before we go on. Let me hear. I would like to draw the curtain there. So let me know if you have question. Hello, can you hear me? Please kindly unmute yourself if you would like to ask a question around what I've just said. Please put in the comment section or unmute yourself if you would like to. Okay, so let me just call someone to get a feedback from you. What exactly have we taken from today's training? I'd like to unmute Omolola. Omolola, can you please unmute yourself and tell us what's your feedback about today's module? Omolola, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning. Good morning. So let me hear your feedback.
One of the things I've learned is that our thoughts really matter, because our thoughts and emotions would most likely lead to a reaction, so to say. So if we have thoughts, and then you said our thoughts are neither good or bad.
Yeah.
But it depends on how we handle
Our emotions, yes.
the situation, or how we handle the emotions. Or even if you're feeling angry, it depends on how we handle the anger. That's it. Then our reaction either, or emotions can either pull our loved ones closer or take them farther away from us. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Omolola. Thank you for that feedback. Okay, so Adenike Oladejo, kindly unmute yourself. Can I hear a feedback from you? Adenike Oladejo.
Come in.
Good morning.
Hi, good morning. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, so good morning, everyone. So I think the key thing that is the takeout, though I joined in late.
Okay.
Your thought is your reaction is a reflection of your emotion.
Yes.
As people in the mental health business or someone has a family, don't be judgmental. You're not the one to diagnose. Some of these issues are not as serious as it's not as serious as we discover it to be, because sometimes the parents actually have a role to play. I have a short story to share. There was a girl that was um went through depression and all of that, and she was declared healed and she had to go home, about 21 years old, and she was highly suicidal.
Oh.
And the comment from my mother's sister was she was fine after months of recovery. Yeah. The comments from our sister to her mother, I guess, yeah, it's a true life story, said, "You're the one that gives forth. When will you give for rest to this your mother? When will you just give her rest? She has gone through. Are you the only child?" And that was it. And she left a note and she killed herself.
Wow.
And that is someone that was declared medically ill, free, and good to go. So most times as health practitioners, it's not only the patient that we need to heal, we also need to heal the family. If not, the rubbish the work that we're roots into. It's just like you saying that, okay, you're a trigger to this patient. You cannot come and see the patient, and they make you feel like you're heartless.
Oh, yeah.
But you are the trigger. If he keeps hearing your voice and the way you talk to him, you will not get better. So key thing is, even as doctors and health personnel, we need to kill our emotions as well. So there are two ways. Family has to know how to control their emotions so they don't put all their emotions into how they react.
Yeah.
We that are treating the patient as well, we also need to control our emotions so we don't use emotions to overflood and we become the doctor that needs therapy at the end of the day. So that's basically my input.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
All right.
Input. Thank you for that feedback. Thank you so much. Yeah. So in conclusion, as even as practitioners, we need to let family members become aware about, because something highly expressed emotions, because they cannot control their emotions, then they put those emotions to bear, and then indirectly hinder the treatment process. It's hinder the treatment process. So it could be that the way you have thought, felt, and reacted to your loved one in the past has hindered them from accepting the solutions you offer them. So even as health practitioners, we need to be aware of these processes, these dynamics in health psychoeducating our clients, in helping them to understand what can hinder the treatment process and what can actually enable this treatment process. And this will go a long way to, just like I said, that family member, there are a lot of interconnectedness in the family members, and each one action, a action of a particular family member, has many different causes on the other family members. So we need to be aware of this. So I will draw the curtain here for today. By tomorrow, we'll talk about communication, how to communicate, how to engage them in a dialogue. And next tomorrow, we'll talk about when to involve crisis managers, when to intervene, when to involve crisis intervention, when to involve crisis managers, and some other things. Trust me, you will not regret that you enrolled for this training, because it promises to be enlightening and everyone will be blessed at the end of the training. So thank you so much for joining us. I will end the recording here. Let me know if you have question. Let me know if you have question. Okay. And you can put your questions in the chat room or in the WhatsApp group. would respond to the question. So thank you so much for today. Thank you for joining us. My name is Itunu Ulua Onifade. Thank you and bye-bye. Thank you.